What's up? This is JL Forbes, and I'm your entrepreneur, financial freedom fighter. I'm not only a member, I am the president as well. I got my man McCrary here.
What's going on, y'all? What's up?
What's going on? I'm so happy to have him here, man. We've been busting it up for a while, man, and it's a pleasure to have this man here. This man has a vast knowledge in stocks. As an entrepreneur, he's been working tirelessly, on his own business. Keeping an eye on that Stripe account, making sure that digital money is right, man.
Exactly.
I love everything he's doing, man. He's a ClickFunnels hacker, man. He has so many different tricks up his sleeves, man, that he could teach you guys. So I counted it not robbery to bring him at the hub so we could bust it up, man. We're going to be doing this somewhat religiously, man. We're going to try to get together once a week because we feel like there's so much information that needs to be out there. So today we're just going to bust it up and let y'all know a couple of things that's just been on our mind, about finance, entrepreneurship, enterprising, and really within our community and our culture and outside of it, right?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, man. I'm excited to be here. Like, this is long overdue, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's long overdue. Mm-hmm. We've been chopping up, we've been busting up, we've been doing things behind the scenes, but now it's time to actually come together and show, people can see us coming together. Because, it's hard to do a lot and do great things when you're doing it by yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I always talk about your network is your net worth. Mm-hmm. This is a big part of my network.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to be here and let's get it.
Yeah. So what we were talking about before the cameras and the lights came on, right? We were really just talking about the scenario of Philadelphia ourselves. Like, we grew up in tri-state area, Philadelphia, PA, and we actually ventured out to the suburb area. We have that in common, which is somewhat like Philadelphia extension now, a little bit, which is crazy. And we got to kind of get into the conversation of gentrification, and I'm in real estate heavy, and he's in the stocks heavy. So we have these things in common, and it all has to do with enterprising, right? And owning your business and trying to get to the next level. A better lifestyle. So when I talk to you about just the gentrification that's happening, right? And as a young man, being born in Philadelphia, but moving to the outskirts, you remember how it was just maybe 5 minutes outside of Philadelphia and how things have changed as far as crime, home ownership, and stuff of that nature. How do you see that really changing or affecting us in our community right now? The fact that I would say when we were in high school that it was a privilege to move out in Albert Darby, and now it's like it's poo-pooed on, right?
Yo, it's crazy to really see it. You know what I mean? Because it's basically like a new generation now, and we remember the old generation. So I remember, I'm from West Philly, but living in Albert Darby for years. You know what I mean? Back in the day, like you said, going up Darby was like, oh, you live in Upper Darby, that means you got money.
Yeah.
That mean, you know what I mean? That actually meant something. You live in the suburbs, stuff like that. Right. But now you see today, I see a lot of parts. It's more black people where I live, or around Upper Darby, than in a lot of parts of the city now. Right. Seriously, it's crazy, to really see that now. And what I look at now, is based on economics.
Right.
Because there's a lot more money in the city nowadays. Mm-hmm. If you go to the gentrification, North Philly, a lot of parts of North Philly been gentrified. South Philly. Now they're trying to get West Philly. They already got University City.
Right.
They already did that.
Yeah,
so they're trying to get the rest of West Philly. So it's crazy. It's interesting. I was down. One of my cousins, his cousin lives on 59th and Master. Okay. So we was down there chilling. Okay. He's like, where you live? I was like, I lived in Upper Darby for years. He was like, oh, that's like the hood there. Right. And he lived on 59th and Master. Yeah. So he's saying back in the day, we'd be scared to go up there. You know what I mean? From the cops and all that. He's like, now that's just number one of West Philly.
Right.
So it's interesting, but it's really what I see is economics. Because if you look at Upper Darby now, Upper Darby still got the white part. You still got but the most parts that we lived in, it's hood. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I can see there's no money there. Economically, there's really nothing popping like that. Right. You know what I mean? As you see, but if you go into some parts of West Philly now, it's popping. Right. You know what I mean? Between 59th and 60th and Market, they building a whole new plaza. They building, and I actually spoke to the commerce director of Philly. Mm-hmm. His name is Harold Epps. I talked to him a few months ago, and he was just saying a lot of money's coming to the city from the governor, from Wolf. You know what I mean? Prices are going to go up. Amazon is still possibly putting up office here. They probably won't. Okay. You know what I mean? But all these things, the city is really on the rise, as opposed to the last 30, 40 years. It's really been declining. The population has been going down. Right. now it's like going up. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of people, you know, white folks that live in the suburbs are moving back into the city.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's a mandate. Like,
yes.
They have taken over. They want it back.
Exactly.
They've done everything strategically to get it back. The last step was really the school districts.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, because if you are living within certain zip codes, you had to go to a certain school. Well, they've changed that up. They've changed the laws on that because they really wanted a lot of people that were commuting, that worked in Philadelphia. They were living outside of Philadelphia, and Philadelphia was missing that tax money. So they made an initiative to get more people back within the city. But I want to ask you, how do you think we were able, or did we capitalize off of that? Like and let me be clear with my question, right? We were there, right? We were there when no one wanted it, right? Whether it be West Philadelphia, any hood, right? We were there when no one wanted it. And now that people wanted it, what have we done in that period of time to be able to capitalize on them wanting it now, right? We were just talking about that somewhat before the lights came on. It's like, if we knew better, we do better. And if we know that things are cycled, when we are occupying this space of time, say it's the 90s, and it's like we're just looking at it for day to day, and we're not looking for generations. We could have brought a lot of stuff, right? Nobody wanted that. You don't want it when it looks like this and looks like that, but you should want it because it's yours, right? And that, I think that's where we miss it a lot of times. So how do you feel about that? What do you think we've done?
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I think that goes deep. You know, I think that because it comes down to like we weren't thinking about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I growing up and everything, like, we wasn't ever thinking about that. You know what I mean? Like, even some people that, you know, come from the street life and the hustlers, like, we weren't thinking about, like, actually owning the block. Like, people dying over street names and putting Siegel in their name and everything. Don't just speak about beans. You know what I'm saying? But just in general, people putting in their name, but it's like, do you even own that block? Do you own that store?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I say, like, we wasn't even thinking about that because this was never really part of our culture.
Right.
Like, I've never thought about that growing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and also, you know, we ain't that old.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying, you know, it's not like it's been generations that went by and we see like, damn, you know, generation went by, we seen in different neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It wasn't that many generations. I would say for me, I was a teen in the 90s, right?
Exactly.
So I was a teen in the 90s. Actually, you know, I was one digit at one point in the 90s, right?
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, transitioning to 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 going to my first Greek picnic, you know what I mean? Like coming of age, I saw in the 90s where people hustled in front of Chinese stores.
Exactly.
I did see that, even though I was a kid. And then I turned right around 2000s when I'm in my late 18, 19, early 20s, right? And turn around and see my friend's little brother, I don't have a little brother, but my friend's little brothers grinding in front of the poppy store. So we have seen in our short period of time of living. You see what I'm saying? We are I'm in my 30s, you know what I mean? Like early 30s. So we understand that in this short period of time, how things evolve, right? And we're gonna live 2 times those periods. So that's why I bring it up to people like us that we're aware. Do we take advantage of the next wave, and how? How do we express that to the next generation? Because we're gonna need the ones that were our age that wasn't aware. It's our job to make them aware now, right? So we're trying our best to make everybody aware, have these dialogues where we talk about that. So what do you think the mindset of it's not the millennials. I'm not sure what they are.
It's Gen Z.
Gen Z. What do you think the mindset of Gen Z is? Because to them, we're young to some people. I think J. Cole called the middle child, right? We're the middle child now. Like it's like we just had dinner with Jay-Z. I'm his young boy, but you know, 21 Savage, he's the young guy. So we midpoint where it's people that are like, y'all young, y'all at the best point of your life where y'all really know what to do. But how do we also help them and influence them so we can be a collective effort?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such a spreading of knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, and I do see a trend of people getting more, you know, conscious and thinking about ownership. I do see it, but I think, you know, it's important. Like for the next generation, we have to stress ownership. Like that has to be number one, you know, over anything. Like ownership, whether it's real estate, whether it's businesses, not just relying on jobs. Listen, jobs, nothing wrong with having a job. But, you know, you need some type of business or some type of other options, you know, and also, of course, I always talk about, you know, investing in the stock market. Because at the same time, just like investing in real estate, if you would have bought Amazon stock, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, as much as you bought McDonald's fast food in the 90s, you know, when Amazon first went public, by now you have a lot of money, but you know, most of us weren't thinking about that. You know, so I think it's important to just make it part of the culture. You know what I mean? Like wealth building, ownership, entrepreneurship, that needs to be a part of the culture.
And I like the fact that you said make it part of the culture because there are cultures that did that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? The Jewish community did that. And what's funny is I've read it before, but I have a funny story about how I know it to be a fact. So I looked up synagogues one time because I was going to try to go to a synagogue. I just wanted to experience it, right? Literally, you have an application you have to fill out. Like, Baptist church don't do that.
Right.
I'm not sure. You have an application you have to fill out. Your net worth is part of that.
Damn,
yes, and there's dues. You pay a certain amount, like, and I know there's tithes and other things, but no, it's dues. They
you
did
ain't just
like,
walking up.
yeah,
I want to be part of the synagogue. Like, no.
Right, like it's really part of their it's literally incorporated. Like it's literally incorporated in culture. Like after the Holocaust, it was literally incorporated. They will not ever again. So why not us? Like why not us? Because when they have 9/11, never forget, and then the Jewish people bring up the Holocaust, but we got to get over slavery and all that stuff like that. And I'm not near here nowhere with the reparations because I'm big on us making it happen ourselves. I don't think anybody can go for us.
It's not gonna happen. No. We can talk about all that, like politicians, or you know, they may say that, but realistically, do you think it's going to happen?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not big on anybody doing anything for us, to be honest, because that's also a waiting game, and I think we're done waiting. But we have to own our own truths. You know what I mean? We can't want somebody else to justify those truths for us, right? So we don't have to explain to you why we're doing this, that, and the third, or why we feel this way, right? Or have you justify that, like, oh, that's okay. You guys should want to be like this because of that. Who are they to do that, right? We know what situation we're in. We know what we've been through. We know what our family's been through. So we have to change those things. We have to change those things immediately. We have to make it a mandate in our culture. I think it really should be a mandate because literally, as we spoke about, when you have football players that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars and they can get that stripping away from them, you have to know that it's not about the money. It's not just about the money. It's about what the money can influence and the power that you have from the money. But if you don't know how to utilize the money in the right way, money is oblivious. It doesn't matter. They're not scared of anybody that gets $10,000 and drops it on a diamond chain in a car and some clothes. They're not threatened by that because you're not using money in the correct way. They are threatened by somebody that's saving it and putting it in IRAs and putting it in trust and utilizing them, buying up things, and now they're getting deeds and titles and stuff like that. And now on public records, you can see their name on all this stuff. And you like, they don't like that. Yeah. That's not what they don't like that. That get them mad.
Exactly.
And you can't show that. I can't walk around with my titles on me.
Exactly.
I can't walk around with my deeds of trust on me. I can't walk around with none of those things on me. And they can't either. But we have to switch. We have to switch that gauge to really understand really what's important. And as I like to say, not the symbolic victories. You know what I mean? It's symbols that look like we winning all the time, right? Hey, my wrist like this and my earring like this. What did he say? You know what I mean? Like, but it's a symbolization of a win. If you have deeds, trust, and all these other things, and ownership, if you own land, you're really winning, and you can get those things. Exactly. You don't need the symbol of those things to reflect 500 acres.
Exactly.
If I walk on your land, it's 500 acres. I know you can get it done.
Right.
You'll never have to wear it done.
Right.
Ever. Like I know that you can it just is what it is. I know people like that, and they've never dressed a certain way, and I never questioned their net worth or their wealth. Like, I just got on a horse. Right. Like, I went past 2 horse stables.
Exactly.
Like, so, it's just, we have to start thinking differently, and I get that it's got to a point where we had to experience it, right? Exactly. Like, I'm not going to be like, I didn't experience it. Like, first time I got a check. What? Vegas. Spending money, sleep, but when you realize it don't get you nowhere, you got smart enough.
Right, man, you're right about that. We can talk all day about that.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like my whole 20s basically blowing money. Like if you go on my Instagram and just scroll back, I don't erase nothing. You can scroll back and you can just look and you can see like you said, Vegas and Miami and King of Diamonds and LA and here, vanity. Listen, man, we didn't have fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the same time that I realized that, like, what does real money mean? You know what I'm saying? Because money is relative. People don't realize, like, money is relative. People say, yo, I'm getting money.
Right.
What does that mean, though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, making $100,000 a year, to some people, like, that's even to me, like, that's, you know, that's good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good. To some people, you know, $40,000 a year is great.
Right.
You know what I mean? To some people, I know some people that $1 million a year to them would be like, low.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then there's up from there. So it's like, money's all relative, but we need to understand it. We need to understand money. And it's like, in our community, listen, we gotta do better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta do better. We gotta understand money and business and finance. Just like how we understand football, we can analyze every stat. You know what I mean? You can analyze every, you know, plays, every shot Steph Curry made and everything like that.
Yep.
Every new movie that comes out, you know, everything on Netflix, we can analyze all that. But at the same time, we need to be analyzing our portfolios and investments and real estate and all that type of stuff, businesses and digital money and everything. So, listen, man, that's why we coming together. Like, listen, we done seen some things, we done some things, and we see the vision for the future.
Absolutely.
And something you to get on board with that vision.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can follow us on YouTube. We have our Instagrams. You know what I mean? What's your Instagram?
At Ryan McCrary Financial.
Okay. Yep. So Ryan McCrary. How do you spell McCrary? McCrary
Financial.
Okay. So you can follow us. I'm at JL Forbes. My name is spelled creatively because I have a black mother. She don't want nobody to have her baby's name, so I'm stuck with that, but that's why I don't have a junior. So it's JARRIEL, and it's pronounced Gerald, believe it or not, right? Gerald. I go by JL Forbes. That is my government, FORBES, man. We're going to be doing a lot more of this, man. We could talk for hours about this stuff. We actually do, but we are trying to bring this dialogue to you. We're trying to bring this dialogue to the people. We're going to start doing some lives, a lot more, and just having conversations. We're going to put us on the spot, ask us questions, interact with us, pop up and ask a question about some finance. If we don't know the answer, we'll let you know, we'll find an answer. Guaranteed, you have a lot of people that have circled themselves around because your network is your network. You know what I mean? So we're growing every day. We want to encourage you to grow every day. I'm JL Forbes, I'm an entrepreneur. This is Ryan McCrary, and we'll see you guys again very, very soon. Check us out.
Happy endings where we living, but it's lots of sorrow. Use it wisely, our time is borrowed. Rather than Mike, they wanna be like Marlo. Don't let that door deceive you. Blinded by the flashy lights, not knowing where it leads to. If your vision's impaired, well, I'm here to lead you. Check the history, we're clearly regal. Black is power, please remember this. Hard times, how we contend with this. It's time for our people to reap the benefits. The winners list, I'm something special, not the ordinary. Just trying to keep the youngins out the mortuary. I wanna see them rise, have a family. So if you tryna block my shine, that's insanity. I'm just saying, what would make you front on me? I leave it all on stage so they pay to come and see. I drop gems for days, you can take this one for free, fam. Stay in your lane and be the change you wanna see.